So now we're going to work on opening up the chest and shoulders. And for this, we're going to use the 360 attachment with the small base. Now this is a really important part of what this set is so good for. When we're standing, we tend to hunch a little bit. When we're sitting at a desk, at a table, we tend to hunch a lot. We fall forward naturally. Our chest closes off and our shoulders close off and pinch forward even more, which leaves the back in a very stretched, static position, which is very unhealthy. It leads to very poor circulation in the spine and a very tight chest, which makes breathing more difficult. So what we're going to do, I'll show you now, we're going to demonstrate two positions, sort of a lower thoracic position and up higher in the thoracic spine, where we can really start to open up our chest and rotate our shoulders backwards. Okay? Just like with everything else, we're going to take our time and use our breathing, and this time also use our arm movements to help us open up the chest. So we're going to find a spot that is relatively low on the thoracic spine. Just a little bit higher. All right, so let's try this. Take a few breaths and let your spine relax. Now, we're going to start to bring our arms out, more or less directly to the side. Let them fall down. You'll feel a little bit of stretch here normally, but not a lot. And you relax. The same kind of breathing as before, deep breaths, slow exhale. Bring your arms up a little bit, let them rest, and you should feel more of a stretch. And now we go higher yet and let the arms hang down. Now, we're going to reposition. We're going to move it up a little bit higher. And this is when we're really going to start to feel our chest and shoulders open up. Again, start with your hands out to the side, and then we're going to slowly work our way up higher and higher. And you'll start to feel this stretch in your back and in your chest. As you get more and more relaxed and you use these for a longer period of time, you can start going to the higher extension, the taller base. And when that becomes easy for you, you put the small base and the big base together, and you'll be able to get a very full and beneficial stretch for your chest and your shoulders. Now, when you're doing this, you will feel the stretch more or less in different positions. For me, I feel the most stretch right about here, about 45. And usually that means that's the part of our shoulders that is the tightest. So I will spend more time in this position. Now in my case, I want to go up one step further so I can open up the top of my chest even more. When this becomes easy for you, no problem. You just switch to the taller base and you'll be able to open your chest and your shoulders up more and more. And the more you can do it, the better it is. The same thing, you're going to start down low, let your arms hang down, and just breathe. The amount of stretch you get in your chest and shoulders is affected not just by the height of the base, but by where your hands are. Like now that I've moved it up higher on my thoracic spine, arms directly over my head is a much bigger stretch than it was before. So I'm going to stay here for a bit and take several breaths. Readjust the position a little bit and do another breath. You'll find that as your back relaxes, a position that you were in before that didn't feel like it was stretching, you move it back there in that position again, and you will find that it's stretching even more, even before you change the height of the 360 attachment. Okay. Now again, slowly roll over, sit up. There's an added bonus to this. If you ever wish you were taller, once you've used these systems, just for 15 or 20 minutes in a day, notice when you stand up, you will feel taller because you've opened up your back and it's decompressed. And you will actually be taller than you were before you started the exercise. Very common for us to kind of compact over the course of a day. And this system helps open up all of your back. Now, for the videos, I'm doing this a little bit more quickly so you can see the different positions and different stretches, but be patient. Take your time, 5, 6, 7, even 10 or 15 breaths. Let your body fully relax. When it becomes easy for you and you don't feel as much stretch, you just simply switch to the higher base. As your back gets more and more flexible, you go from this height to just combining the two. And you can go higher and higher and get more and more stretch out of the back saver system.